Hello everyone. In the last few classes, we saw Whittaker's five kingdom classification system and members of those kingdoms. Whittaker tried to include all the living organisms under these kingdoms based on some criteria. We have already discussed about this criteria in the part 1 of the biological classification. However, Whittaker didn't include some organisms like viruses, viroids, and lichens in his classification system. In this video, we will see more about these organisms, why they were not classified under any other five kingdom of Whittaker's classification. First, let us see about viruses. The word virus means venom or poisonous fluid. The scientific study about viruses is termed as virology. The reason why Whittaker didn't include viruses in this classification was that viruses are not true living, or in other words, they should characters both on living and non-living. They are acellular or non-cellular, which means they don't have a cell. You know that a cell is the basic unit of life. So when viruses don't have the cell means they are not living, right? They have an inert crystalline structure, but they can multiply, they can reproduce, and that is a feature of living organisms. So I hope now you understood why Whittaker didn't include viruses in his classification. Viruses are intracellular obligate parasites, which means that they are strict parasites inside a living cell. In humans, they cause diseases such as smallpox, chickenpox, mumps, herpes, influenza. By the way, did you know about the 1918 influenza epidemics? It is described as one of the deadliest natural disasters in human history. About 500 million people were affected around the world during this influenza outbreak. This is a newspaper article about the influenza outbreak of 1918, and it was reported that 6 million people died because of this. Other diseases caused by viruses are measles, polio, rabies, AIDS. Many of these diseases can be easily prevented by vaccination. But if you don't get vaccinated, there is a high chance of getting infected. If infected, these viral diseases are very difficult to treat because the viruses cannot be stopped even with antibiotics. Antibiotics are mainly to stop bacteria, and they will not work with viruses because viruses have different structures and they reproduce in a different way than bacteria. In plants, viruses shows symptoms such as mosaic formation, leaf rolling and curling, yellowing and vein clearing, dwarfing and stunted growth. Do you know the story behind the discovery of viruses? It started when Louis Pasteur understood that the causative agent of rabies was too small. Too small means he was not able to see it under a light microscope. However, he failed to identify the causative agent. In 1884, a French microbiologist, Charles Chamberlain, invented a filter called the Pasteur-Chamberlain filter with pores smaller than bacteria, so that you can see here that Pasteur-Chamberlain filter. So what will happen if we pass a solution with bacteria through this filter? All the bacteria will get trapped in the filter, and the solution that comes out of the filter will be free of bacteria. Here you can see an old advertisement about this filter. In this advertisement, The company which manufactured this filter claims that this filter will protect you from all the waterborne diseases caused by microbes in water. So I think the Pasteur Chamberlain filter was something that even the common people of those days used to get pure drinking water. In 1892, Ivanovsky, a Russian biologist, used this filter to study about the leaf mosaic disease of tobacco. He crushed some infected tobacco leaf and took the extract. Then he passed this extract through the Pasteur Chamberlain filter. So, he expected that the bacteria which caused this disease will be trapped in the filter. But surprisingly, the extract after passing through the filter remained infectious, which means that the filter liquid was able to cause infection in the case of healthy tobacco plant. What does this mean? It means that the causative agent of tobacco mosaic disease is not bacteria, but something smaller than bacteria, which could easily pass through the filter. Ivanovsky thought that the infection might be caused by this bacteria. In 1898, Beijerinck, the Dutch microbiologist, repeated the experiments and he became convinced that the filtered solution contained a new form of infectious agent. He observed that the agent multiplied only when it affects a living cell. But his experiments did not show that it was made up of particles that could be seen through a light microscope. So he called it a contagium vivum fluidum, meaning soluble living germ. Later, he called it virus. Stanley, in 1935, showed that viruses could be crystallized and crystal consist largely of proteins. For this work, he was awarded a Nobel Prize in Chemistry in 1946. So let's stop here. We will learn more details about viruses, its structure, what is it made up of tomorrow. Thank you.